This is the first part of yet another series where I play PyNori in a really weird and counterintuitive way. In this series, you'll see me play PyNori by rolling a d6 die to determine what I press. If you know me well, you know that I have pretty bad luck, so this will take a while. I'm planning on splitting this series up into one episode per area, so this video should end when I reach Tenpopol Town, which is the second area in the game. Lastly, the editing style of this video may switch back and forth between a stream highlights sort of thing and just cutting the video down to me announcing what the die lands on. Of course, I can't include every single die roll, else this video and all the other ones would be several hours long, but I digress. Enjoy, or don't. This is actually kind of boring in hindsight. This stream is going to be different in a new way from my other streams because I have a little foam die right here. That is what I meant by the real life...
Dog, shut up!
That is what I meant by the real life RNG. I will be rolling a die to determine my inputs. Sorry about the dog. And the game has loaded. I'm going to begin like this. So I'm going to be rolling the die for every single input. Sometimes I will have to use the numbers to represent other things, like maybe like 1 for yes, 2 for no, and if we're in a shop, I'll say that like the first item is 1, second item is 2, you know. Pretty straightforward stuff. Hopefully I'm not too loud or too quiet, but I'm going to get started now. I'm going to throw the die, and whatever we get first, that is that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to throw for the first input. Here we go. 1. I got lucky. On the up-facing side, it's a 1. I'm going to go by what the top says. So 1. Alright, you're in Kiku Village, you've taken 0 steps so far, you have 10 more steps to take before proceeding to the next area. So, what should I do, dice? I should check my party, apparently. That's not gonna do anything, so, that's that. Proof that it was a 3. And, now that I've checked my party, what do you want to do? Don't hit me. You want to save the game. We've made no progress, but okay, you do you. You've saved 0 progress. Good on you. What do you want to do next? Save again. Okay. What do you want to do next, dice? Or die? Save the game again. So we saved the game 3 times in a row. Dice, do you want to do anything different? Well, it hit escape, if that's something. 4, so we want to switch characters even though we can't. You're alone, you cannot switch to anyone at the moment. I need to fix that. If you're alone, no duh, you can't switch to anyone because who is there to switch to? Like, you and what army, you know what I'm saying? But that message about you cannot switch to anyone at the moment, that's supposed to be for if your party is greater than just yourself, if you're not alone. But we checked the party. Let's have the 4 facing up. What's next? 1. We're taking a step forward. It was kind of diagonal because it did not land straight. Oh, what the fuck? Shop jump scare. How did it... What even are the odds of that? A shop on the first step. Wow. So, now we're gonna do a coin flip to determine whether or not we enter the shop. An odd number equals yes, and an even number equals no. So, what do you want to do, dice? Odd number. It said 5, so we're entering. Whoa! Okay. Something didn't reset. That is not supposed to be like that by default. Wow. Lots of surprises. And it's only been like 11 minutes. Okay. Man, no wonder version 1 hasn't come out. I need to fix so many fucking bugs. Wait, let me check my save data. Oh yeah, that is not supposed to be like that. How did that even happen?
15 minutes later.
Should I just exit by myself? If I don't, I'm gonna be here for like the entire stream. Like, let's face it, I'm not getting 2 6s in a row. Yeah, leave? Okay. Alright, so another free input because I'll be here for the entire stream otherwise. So, that was a very interesting first step. So, skipping the shop entirely, we have some, useless items, I think. Let's see if the dice wants to check the inventory. That would be useful. Dice rolled 6, finally, and that's to check progress. And that does basically nothing, so next roll. 1. We can step forward. Yo, there is no way the fucking game thinks I already killed everything. What? Let me double check my save data. Oh. Oh. The populations. I was cheating earlier, that's why, dude. I manually set the populations to 0. That makes sense. So nothing broke, I'm just fucking stupid. Go figure. Okay, so, everything should be back to normal for real now. Why is PyNori set to false in the party? I did not do that. That is supposed to be true at all times. Not good. At this rate, quoth the Raven, y'all not getting this game. The lucky charm was activated. Your vocal points were half refilled. Dude, this is the title screen. Calm down. What does the dice want to do? Damn near knocked the fucking mouse off the desk. It wants to go to the options menu. So, what do you want to do in the options, die? Toggle debug mode. Very interesting. Currently, the thing is, like, broken. I don't know why it always says it's false. I don't know if it's actually not triggering anything, but I guess I'll find out later. Let's see what else it wants to do. 3. That's definitely not going to work, but whatever. You took a chance. No luck. As I thought. So what next? 2. It wants to toggle the adventure text. That at least works. Okay, so we've gotten rid of the adventure text. It wants to cheat. Again, it wants to take another chance at cheating. No luck, of course. Next. Return to title screen. Okay, so all we did was disable the adventure text, which just leaves you with the options in the overall menu. Next input. I absolutely fumbled that fling. Random quirk. What are we doing in here? 5 is beyond the options. I'm going to say 3 is exit. Give me a second. Next input. 5. Still not valid. 1. Okay, we're toggling dual quirk mode. 6. Should I count 6 as a double 3? Should I exit for that? Or should I consider it out of bounds? No idea. Okay, I'm just going to roll again. 5. That's not doing anything. 5 again. 6. Now I'm getting all the 5s and 6s. 2. We're changing quirks. Okay, so once again, 3 options. 1 is changing the first quirk thing. 2 is changing the second, and 3 is neither. 6. Of course. 2. We're changing the second quirk. Okay, I mean, the bug already did that for me, but okay. All for me and all for free. With the all for me and all for free quirk, you can get literally anything at a shop for the low, low price of free. If you're unhappy with the quirk you got, feel free to run this again. Okay. So what next? 3. To exit. Okay, what next? Going in that corner again, I see. 2, we're going back in the options menu. So, what are we doing here? Changing the difficulty. Okay. So, 1 is easy, 2 is normal, and 3 is hard. 2, we're changing it to normal. 3, it wants to cheat again. No luck. Naturally. 2, we're toggling the adventure text again. The die regrets disabling it, so it wants to bring it back. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. So, let me get the dice again. Die. Die is singular for dice. 1. We're changing the difficulty again. Well, this stream is anything but normal, so I expect it to land on 3 or 1. It almost landed on 1, but we got 4 instead. 1. So we're setting it to easy now. I'll say that was 5. 6 is not a valid input. That is the only side that would not have resulted in something happening, and I got it. I hope what's been happening so far has set the stage for what this stream is going to be like. It is certainly going to be very interesting. 6 again. Wow, man. That's the second double 6 I've gotten.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
1. Oh, finally, man. Oh my god. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours already. I mean, I guess the break extended it by a lot, but well, the die gave the mic a little peck. The die wants to save. Again. Make a little bit of progress first, won't you? 5 again. Okay. Wow. Okay. Alright. Whatever you say, man. Whatever. Next input is... 1. Finally. I swear to God if it's a shop. Okay, good. And we get no enemies to be seen instead of the bad stuff for when you kill everything. 3, 2. Wow, what a selection of items we have here. So 5 is we exit. 6 is nothing. 4, we're using the ring. The ring has already been used, it disintegrates. Okay, so we got rid of the ring. We have an extra slot in our inventory now. So 6, 4, 1, yay, progress. Enemy incoming. Terry Bite. Wow. What an amazing first choice. I think we're going to survive this battle. 4 is not an option. 4 is still not an option. 4 is still not an option. 3. That's better. It's not going to do anything, but it's better than 4. 3 again. 3 again. Dude, pick something else. Jesus. 4. Not an option. Wow, it is 6:33. And we're just now getting to our first battle. It was like 5:52 when I said that I would be stopping at 7:30 if I made no progress. We have not done jack shit. It has almost been an hour since I said that. That is incredible. 6 again, still nothing. 2. So, what are we doing? Stepper, okay. I'm pretty sure that's gonna crash actually, but we'll see. What step would you... Oh, I haven't fixed this. So, this is going to, take me back to the overworld map, I'm pretty sure. You're now at step 10. It doesn't. Oh. That's interesting. Okay, so, you know what? That works, but, I need to make it so it does not work in battle. 2 again. We're using another item. What this time? We already used slot 2. We already used slot 2 die. Slot 4 is empty. Slot 1. Look. Give me a moment. Okay. So, is this thing listening to me or what? Because the timing of that was... Wow. Anyway, never mind about the lucky charm because it used itself before we could use it. So, the enemy's HP, Terry Bite should be at, what? 135 HP now? Dude, that is fucking crazy, man. How did it know? Anyway, let's reroll either 3 or 5. 5. We're getting the fuck out of here. That was weird. Okay, what next, die? 1? Okay. And what are we doing? What are we doing in the action menu? We're going to interact with... We don't need to interact with Terry Bite. Yeah, we don't need to interact with Terry Bite. 4, we're going to try to spare Terry Bite. Will it work? Yes. Okay, so we're locked out of Omnicide now. So this roll is going to determine whether we continue on to the next area or not. Odd is yes, even is no. And if we get even, then I select from 1 through 6. Odd. We're continuing. Well, there we go. That's the first episode of me playing PyNori using only a die to determine what I input. That was mad close too. If I told the past you that I made it to Templebotown in one stream, you wouldn't believe me, would you? And the fact that I managed to compress all of that to just shy of 15 minutes of gameplay? Well, are you gonna thank me or what? I'm kidding. You don't have to thank me for anything. But I have to thank you for watching. Especially given that the idea was so boring in execution. Some things are better left on paper. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2. Given the situation with my storage space, most likely it'll come out right after this video. Not literally, of course, I mean it's likely going to be the next video. If so, I plan to have it come out a week after this one came out, so if you're watching this on the day it came out, that would be next Saturday. See you then.